Alrighty, so as you probably already know, Blizzard at BlizzCon announced their most recent expansion, Descent of Dragons. And I'm really stoked for it because, as you guys know, I love dragon cards. They tend to be very powerful, tend to be a lot of fun. So I'm really looking forward to this expansion. And also, along with announcing the expansion, they let us know what arena rotation would be in play. So this is going to be the arena rotation, and here in text form for you guys. Basic, Classic, Blackrock Mountain, the Grand Tournament, One Night in Karazhan, Knights of the Frozen Throne, Roscone's Rumble, and Descent of Dragons. And the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I think there's going to be a lot of dragons around, which means getting the dragon synergy to work shouldn't be that difficult. I remember back in, I think it was the Boomsday expansion, a bunch of mechs were announced, and we were all going, oh man, this is going to be like the mech-pocalypse. Mech stuff is going to be really broken, but it turned out, I think at that time, there wasn't an offering bonus for that expansion. And then the other cards that were in play at that time didn't really synergize with the mech theme. But I think for this expansion, this rotation, Dragon Synergy is going to be a real thing, and it's going to be really powerful. All right, so let's jump into to the new cards. What I do want to say before I go into this is basically just my first reactions, first thoughts. After looking at the cards, I'm not going to give like a numerical review. I'm just going to say, is this good? Is this bad? What do I think of it? First thoughts type of thing. I'll do a full card review later on once all the cards are revealed, because then I'll have a better idea of how strong each card will be relative to other cards, etc., etc. All right, so let's dive into it and my first thoughts. So Emerald Explorer, 6 mana, 4/8, Taunt, Battlecry, Discover a Dragon. This card is really good. The 4/8 stat line is quite strong. It's like Ancient of Blossoms, but one more attack. It's a very, very good card, and you get that added value on top. And it's not a situational effect. Like, you don't need to be holding a dragon or anything. It's just Discover a Dragon. So very, very good. Next, Breath of Dreams. Draw a card. If you're holding a dragon, gain an empty mana crystal. Also, although ramp is generally not great in Arena because you fall behind, this card, you get a card for doing it, and if there are as many dragons as I think there are going to be, it should be pretty solid. A new Ysera. Ysera Unleashed. 9 mana, 4/12, just like Ysera. Battlecry, shuffle 7 Dream Portals into your deck. When drawn, summon a random dragon. And dragons tend to be quite strong cards, generally good stat lines. So if you do draw one of these pretty quickly, it's gonna be quite strong. And there's just the Dream Portal card. Dwarven Sharpshooter, 1 mana, 1/3. Your hero power can target minions. We had a card like this previously. It was 2 mana, 2/3, I believe, and it was pretty solid. It's kind of like a Control Hunter idea. I don't think Control Hunter's ever really going to be a thing, even in Arena. But this is good. It's cheaper than that other card, and that other card was already solid, and the stat line is good. Corrosive Breath. 2 mana, deal 3 damage to a minion. If you're holding a dragon, it also hits the enemy hero. So it reminds me of like Cobra Shot, right? So Cobra Shot, deal 3 to a minion and the opponent's face. It's situational, but it's a lot cheaper. Should be good. Oh man, I just love this card. So 3 mana, 2/3, Primordial Explorer, Poisonous on the card, and Battlecry, Discover a Dragon. So it's like Emperor Cobra on some big steroids here, because Emperor Cobra is a fine card. This card also has the dragon tag on it itself, and you get instant value. So really, really one of my favorite cards that's been revealed so far. Phase Stalker, 2 mana, 2/3. After you use your hero power, cast a secret from your deck. Hunter secrets tend to be pretty good. At least you get to pick which ones you want to put into your deck. Cookie's jumping up. No, not now, Cookie. You get to choose which secrets you want to put in your deck, and you get to pull it immediately. So you deal 2 to their face and pull a secret and play a 2/3 for 4 mana. Pretty good. Toxic Reinforcements. Chat said this was my card, but chat's toxic, not me. 1 mana, and this is a side quest. So side quests will be an arena, as opposed to the quests of the past. The other quests start in your opening hand. This card does not. Side quests do not. So you have to draw it. So the side quest is use your hero power 3 times, and the reward is you get 3 1/1 leper gnomes. I don't think it's really an arena card, like, because you have to draw it and then you have to use hero power 3 times. You generally use hero power later in the game, and then how important are these leper gnomes going to be? So I don't really like this card. Dragonbane, 4 mana, 3/5 mech. After you use your hero power, deal 5 damage to a random enemy. So this is really good. So if you're able to have an empty board for your opponent, you for 6 mana play a 3/5 and deal 7 damage to their face. That's pretty nutty, and you have a chance to snipe minions with it. So this card is really, really good. Learn Draconic, another side quest. Spend 1 mana, spend 8 mana on spells, reward summon a 6/6 dragon. I think it's not going to be real reliable. When it does go off, it's going to be, it's going to be insane. So I think it's okay. I'm going to put it in that realm. There's what the dragon looks like. Arcane Explorer, 4 mana, 2/3, spell damage +2, battle cry, discover dragon. So it's not as good as the Hunter 3-drop card, where it's got better stats. The minion actually can do something. A 4 mana 2/3 is pretty underwhelming. The spell damage is interesting, though. 2 spell damage is a lot, so I think this card will definitely have its uses. Malygos, Aspect of Magic, 5 mana 2/8 battlecry. If you're holding a dragon, discover an upgraded mage spell, and the upgraded mage spells are insane. So this card, I don't like the stats on the minion. It's pretty underwhelming, but the spells are really nutty, and I don't think I do have them here. Okay, great. So it's probably a little small, but the Flame Strike deals 8 to the board. 7 mana, deal 8 to the board. 1 mana poly, free Frostbolt. So, and you get to pull from 3 of these, right? So the chances you get really bad ones for all 3 it's unlikely. So I think even though the body isn't great, I think this card will still be pretty good. Sand Breath. So 1 mana, give a minion +1/+2, give a Divine Shield if you're holding a dragon. Again, I think there's going to be a lot of dragons. If you play a +1/+2 on a minion and Divine Shield, that's insane. If you remember Divine Strength, 1 mana for +1/+2, that was okay. But the Divine Shield makes this way different. So yeah, I think it's, again, a good card. Nozdormu the Timeless, a new Noz. 4 mana, 8/8 dragon. Set each battlecry, set each player to 10 mana crystals. And they're empty mana crystals, of course, otherwise it'd be really broken. I think this card should be pretty good, because although your opponent will get to use the mana first, you do get 8/8 on the board, and that's a lot of stats. So yeah, I think it should still be pretty solid. Just a side note here, I'm going to skip this card and any card with the Invoke tag. Again, I just want to talk about Arena, focus on that for this video. These cards with the Invoke tag will not be in Arena. Once again, we're just going to skip it all. Skip them all. Skip them. Skip them all. Okay. Candle Breath, 6 mana. Draw 3 cards, cost 3 less while you're holding a dragon. So it's an arcane intellect that draws 1 extra card if you're holding a dragon. It's a lot of value. It should be good. Again, if I'm correct in thinking that dragons are going to be quite common. Again, skip. Ooh, Dragon's Horde. 1 mana, discover a legendary minion from another class. So the class legendaries tend to be very strong overall. Like, on average, they're better than just general legendaries. It's flexible, and yeah, I like it a lot. It's a fun card too, right? Who doesn't like discovering legendaries? Skip. Wax Adread. I mentioned this before, but I kind of feel like card is talking to me. I'm quite hairy, and it's Wax Adread. Okay, anyhow. 5 mana, 7/5. Dragon. Death Rattle, shuffle a candle into your deck, and that resummons Wax of Dread when drawn. So 5 mana 7/5 is a pretty solid stat line as it is, and if you do end up drawing this immediately, it's going to be just busted. Even over, at any point during the game, a free 5 mana 7/5 is just, well, a free 7/5 on your board is just insane. So I don't really like the design of this card. This is a little bit, this kind of RNG can just decide the game on the spot. It won't get drawn a lot, but yeah, not my favorite design here. There's a candle. Skip. Lightning Breath. 3 mana. Deal 4 damage to a minion. If you're holding a dragon, also damage its neighbors. So even if you don't have a dragon, this card is fine. 3 mana, deal 4 to a minion. That's fine, right? Shadow Bolt. If you do have a dragon, it becomes absolutely insane. Like almost a Flame Strike effect for 3 mana. So, broken. Molten Breath. 4 mana, deal 5 damage to a minion. If you're holding a dragon, gain 5 armor. It's fine. It's okay. Like 4 mana, deal 5 to a minion is... it's fine. The armor is okay. Not on the power level as other cards, but it's okay. Deathwing Mad Aspect. A new Deathwing card. 8 mana, 12/12 Battlecry, attack all other minions. I think this card is quite solid. It can be a little bit weird to use, obviously, if you already have a board and they don't have a board, but in that situation, you just don't play it. It can be a board clear if you're behind, and developing a 12/12, let's say it's an empty board and you just play a 12/12, that's gross. So, yeah. And also, of course, a dragon tag. I like it quite a bit. Nope. Skip. Skippy. Skipster. Skip. A lot of these invoke cards. Hopefully they won't announce 2 more of these, because the more of these there are, the less cards we get for Arena, right? Okay, Evasive Draconid. 7 mana, 7/7. Taunt, can't be targeted by spells or hero power. So this is a much better version of Sagoth, because the stat line is better. Again, Dragon Tag, and it's hard to remove. So yeah, like it quite a bit. Should be a very good neutral. Busted. Twin Tyrant. 8 mana, 4/10 Dragon Tag. Battlecry, deal 4 damage to 2 random enemy minions. So you'll take some trades into their board, kind of like how you do with Primordial, and then boom, goodbye. Pew pew, like 2 Jade Lightnings basically. Yeah, obviously, okay, 1/1, but you know what I mean. And a good body, a 4/10. Thankfully, it doesn't have taunt like Primordial Drake, but gross. Really, 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 really strong. Sathervar, this card is actually now available as of the time of making this video. They put it into the game early. 9 mana, 5/5. Battlecry, choose a friendly minion, add a copy of it to your hand, deck, and battlefield. And this is a demon. So I think it's pretty good. If you have something on the board, then you get a 5/5 plus whatever that is. So you have a Yeti, a 5/5, and a 4/5 for 9. That's fine, and you get some value in hand. So yeah, I think it's fine. This is the new Lackey coming in this expansion. Draconic Lackey, Battlecry, Discover Dragon. Again, we've seen a lot of these powerful dragons. Dragons tend to be good. Lackeys tend to be pretty busted, so yeah. All right. And I believe that's... Hopefully I didn't miss anything. If I missed anything, then I will give my first thoughts later on. But my general feeling so far is that it is a pretty high power level expansion for Arena. Dragon Synergy will be a thing. And it's a little bit too early to say which classes I think will or won't be strong. Like traditionally, Priests and Warriors have done Dragons pretty well. But it all depends on what cards we see in the future. I'm really looking forward to it. And I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of first look at the cards that will be coming to Arena.